If you've been feeling puffy in your face, bloated in your stomach, or just heavy in your body, I can relate. I have been there too. But since I started better supporting my lymphatic system and my digestion, I noticed that I started to feel lighter, less swollen, and a lot more energized. The good news is that with the right simple habits, you can help your body to move fluid, reduce puffiness, and restore that slim, energized, comfortable feeling. Today, I'm going to share 5 of the most effective things that have made a big difference for me. From movement to gua sha to simple self-massage you can try at home. For those of you new here, my name is Alex. I'm a certified mat Pilates instructor with over 20 years of experience practicing and teaching Pilates. I'm not a doctor or a nutritionist, but through my own journey and working alongside practitioners, I've learned powerful health and fitness techniques to support digestion, improve lymphatic drainage, and beat the bloat naturally. So let's dive into what works. Tip 1, daily movement. Okay, the first thing I want to talk about is movement, because our lymphatic system doesn't have its own pump. Unlike your heart, which pumps blood, your lymph relies on your muscles contracting and your body moving to keep things flowing. That's why exercise is so powerful for reducing bloat and puffiness. Even a few minutes of movement can help you clear out stagnant fluid and make your body feel lighter. For me, Pilates is my go-to because it combines twisting, stretching, rolling, and deep breathing, all of which encourage lymphatic drainage. Movements like spinal twists, rollovers, and side bends aren't just for flexibility, they're also helping your body flush out excess fluid. Other great forms of exercise for lymphatic drainage include walking, one of the most simple and effective ways to keep fluid moving, especially if you've been sitting for long periods of time. Rebounding. Bouncing on a mini trampoline is amazing for stimulating lymph flow, and it's also a really fun cardio workout. Yoga, especially inversions and gentle twists, can help lymph travel back toward the chest where it's filtered. Dance and cardio. Anything that contracts your muscles and gets your heart rate up can help support lymph circulation. The key is consistency. Your lymphatic system loves regular movement. So whether it's a Pilates flow, a walk around the block, or a quick trampoline session, doing something daily really helps. And if you want a guided sequence that specifically stimulates lymphatic drainage, I have one here on my channel, so I'll link to that in the description below. Tip 2, gua sha. My second tip is implementing a facial gua sha routine. Gua sha has become really popular, and for good reason. While most people think of it as a beauty tool, what it's also doing, if used correctly, is stimulating lymphatic drainage in the face and the neck. Here's the key. Direction matters. You always want to be moving the stone outward and downward toward the sides of your face and down your neck, because that's the direction your lymph flows. Think of it like guiding the fluid toward the drains of your body, like the lymph nodes around your ears, your jaw, and your collarbone. I like to do gua sha in the morning if I wake up puffy, or in the evening as part of my wind down routine. It helps with circulation and can reduce that swollen look in the jawline or under the eyes, and honestly, it just feels amazing. Be sure to apply a little oil so that the stone glides smoothly, and keep your pressure light. It's not about scraping hard, it's about consistent, gentle movement. Tip 3, supporting healthy digestion. Let's talk about digestion. This has been a huge part of my personal journey. For a lot of my 30s, I was on a low or no carb diet. Initially, I felt amazing. Slimmer, lighter, less bloated, energized. But over time, for me, this diet actually started to mess with my digestion. What ended up helping me was working with my doctor and a naturopath who specializes in women's hormones and digestive health. With their guidance, I slowly started adding healthy carbs back into my diet. My digestion improved, my energy levels became more stable, and I learned that what my body really needed was balance. I also want to mention something that I see a lot when people have digestive issues. Often their first instinct is to load up on fiber. And yes, fiber is important, but too much fiber can actually backfire. It can cause bloating, gas, constipation, or even diarrhea if your gut is already inflamed or you're not drinking enough water. What I've learned is instead of following strict diet rules, a balanced, healthy approach works best for me. It's all about listening to your body and finding that middle ground, because extremes can cause problems. So my main message here is don't ignore digestive issues. If you're constantly bloated, constipated, or uncomfortable, that's not normal and it's not something to push through. Talk to your doctor, go to a naturopath, take some tests, and get some answers. Supporting your digestion isn't just about comfort. It affects your mood, your energy levels, your immune system, and your overall health. Tip 4, identifying food sensitivities. Do not ignore your food sensitivities. Bloating is often your body's way of letting you know that, hey, something doesn't agree with me. I'm celiac, so I can't eat gluten, but I've noticed that beyond that, when I eat too much fried or salty food, like fries and chips, I don't look or feel great either. I love those things, but if I overdo it, the bloat and weight gain is real. And here's the thing, I talk to so many people who, when are really honest with themselves, actually know what their triggers are. They can identify the things that don't sit well with them. But sometimes when we don't have an official diagnosis, or it's a food that we really don't want to give up, it's tempting to ignore those signals. The problem is ignoring those sensitivities doesn't make them go away. Our bodies are trying to communicate with us. Listening to those signals doesn't mean that you need to cut everything out forever, but it does mean respecting what your body's telling you and finding the right balance. For me, that means moderation, so I can still enjoy those salty fried foods, but I know when it's time to rein it in so I don't end up feeling gross. Tip 5. Lymphatic massage. The last tip I want to talk about is lymphatic massage. It's something that I've just recently started, but I've noticed it's been making a big difference. When I first started learning about lymphatic drainage, I came across a lot of methods, like dry brushing, which a lot of people recommend. But the more I researched, the more I learned that massage is actually considered to be more effective in moving fluid throughout the body. And there are credible doctors and lymphatic specialists here on YouTube that teach step-by-step tutorials, so it's really easy to learn. What I love about lymphatic massage is you can do it almost anywhere on your own body, your neck and collarbones, your abdomen, your arms and legs, to increase circulation and improve lymph flow. The key is to use very light pressure. The lymph sits just under the skin, so you don't want a deep tissue massage here. It's more about consistent sweeping movements that encourage flow. Try this quick lymphatic drainage massage. Palm circles on the collarbone. Start with gentle circles just above your collarbones. This opens the main lymphatic pathways so that everything can drain properly. Circles around the ears. Lightly circle around your ears. This stimulates lymph nodes that help reduce facial puffiness. Downward strokes on the neck. Use your fingertips to sweep down the sides of your neck towards your collarbone. This moves fluid down to drain. Sweeps under the jawline. Lightly sweep from the chin to under the ears. Great for jawline definition and moving fluid out of the face. Sweeping side back of the neck. Now sweep from behind the ears, down the sides and back of your neck. This clears the main drainage pathway. Armpit circles. Finish with gentle circles in your armpits. They're a key lymph drainage point for your whole upper body. And that's it. A simple minute to boost lymph flow, reduce puffiness, and feel refreshed. And honestly, I don't always make it a mindful ritual. Sometimes I'll just do some self-massage when I'm watching TV. It actually makes me feel less guilty about binge watching back-to-back episodes of Love is Blind because I know I'm doing something good for my body. And if you don't have the motivation to do it yourself, you can always book a professional lymphatic drainage massage. It's relaxing and you'll probably even notice results faster because a trained therapist can do more thorough work. It's such a simple practice whether at home or in a clinic, but it leaves me feeling lighter, less puffy, and more relaxed. There are so many other practices that can also support your lymphatic system and reduce bloat. From sauna therapy to taking supplements to syncing your workouts and your diet with your cycle. These 5 tips are just the ones that have personally made the biggest difference for me. Now I'd love to hear from you. What methods work best for you when it comes to beating the bloat? Do you have a daily habit, a favorite workout, or a self-care practice that really helps? If so, drop it in the comments so we can all learn from each other. Thank you so much for watching, and if you enjoyed this video, please be sure to like and subscribe for more advice and free workouts here on YouTube.